I'm from Bama. I'm going to keep him. What do y'all say? Yeah, we're keeping.
All right. Tony Pollard.
Cut. We got Jameer.
Bijan Robinson.
Keep.
Christian McCaffrey.
I'll keep.
So that's 3 keeps already. Let me see. James Cook.
Cut.
Y'all cut it, James?
Cut. He's good.
So y'all gonna keep that last keep just in case? All right. Saquon Barkley.
Keep.
All right, so your last cut, Derrick Henry.
Can I trade him for CMC?
There's no trades, y'all.
No. True. I'll trade him for CMC.
You'll trade him for CMC.
But what y'all say?
I like CMC better than Derrick.
We'll keep CMC. We'll keep CMC.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Thank you guys for joining me, man. It's been a pleasure. We'll be right back.
This is Brian Fulford. AD Drew and I are co-hosts of the BCSN Sports Wrap. We talk about all things related to HBCU athletics. From the games, teams, coaches, and fan interest stories, we cover it all. You can find our shows on Facebook at BCSN Sports Wrap, YouTube at MyJBN Online, and everywhere you listen to podcasts like Anchor, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. You can also find the show on the Jericho Broadcast Network's app. Make sure to download. We look forward to you joining the conversation and being a part of the show.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike.
Hello, it is the SIAC Sit-Down, a special edition with Just John Sports, BCSN, and HBCU Game Day. I am Sly the Sports Guy, and I'm surrounded by Phi Beta Sigma. I don't even know how to act.
Fraternity Incorporated.
We are here with the one and only head coach, the head Wildcat, who's no longer serving any milk. The one and only Coach Marlon Watson.
You got it right.
I got it right.
Let's go.
I put the accent on this time. Coach, how you doing? We're going to get right into a media day, second media day. The rankings came out, Coach. They had you ranked a little bit lower than you anticipated, Coach. How you feel about that?
You know what? And my player said it respectfully. I'm going to keep it cool.
Okay.
But all in here, I'm bubbling a little bit. But, again, that's expected. You know, we haven't been in this thing since 2016, or won the championship in 2016. Haven't been in since 2017. But you know, just understanding that we beat 2 of those teams last year that's ranked ahead of us, and we played 5 teams last year that were ranked in the top 25 at some point and stayed with those teams. And so, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna go from there. But as a coach, it means nothing but bulletin board material for these players.
There you go. Now coming out here. What went into your decision when you chose the guys you brought out here? What went to the decision? How did you choose those guys that you decided to bring?
Since the spring, these guys have stood out as leaders. That's something that we didn't have last year. So I challenged these guys coming back in January. You know, we need to have leaders out there. The coaches can't always say, you know, what this team needs. It has to be the players to step up and do that. And these 3 of our guys that we're looking for this year to do some great things for us. They're upperclassmen right now, and we have one graduate in Cam Ray who's going to lead the offensive line. Omarion LaRoche is going to lead that defensive line. And then we got JT Pendleton, who should be an all-conference player without a problem, and All-American, if not that, this next year. And so it was an easy pick with these guys. And I could have picked at least 10, 15 more on that team, on our team right now to come out here.
Absolutely. When it comes to just you in general, we had the interview with you, one of our earlier sit-downs, and you talked about mental health when it came to it. It was one of the most viral clips that we have had.
Yes, sir.
Because I think they care so much about it.
Mhm.
But I want to transition to the physical and mentality when it comes to this ball club.
Mhm.
When you set out on the field this year, are you all ready? Because it said no more milk. No more milk.
Yeah. And
Are you all ready?
And that's going to ring through the entire SIAC. You know, people are going to understand what that means by the time we get to that championship game in November. And you're going to see that difference. We're not waiting on any player anymore to catch up to us. I mean, to pull these guys, they're going to have to catch up to us. And so that physicality, it started, you know, after the last game. That physicality started in the weight room. These guys on campus running for the summer. Our strength and conditioning coordinator, Alex Jones, does a great job with them. Our coaches that we brought in are doing a phenomenal job of setting that mentality. But it's going to be echoed throughout the entire SIAC. No more milk.
Absolutely. What has been the biggest transition that you have had as a coach from year one to year two, putting on the big boy pants?
Yeah, I'm not a rookie anymore. That veteran status. I went from one of the youngest in the SIAC to the oldest in the state of Georgia right now in the SIAC. And so that comes with more responsibility. That comes with a higher standard. And so, you know, I'm fully equipped for that. This team is going to be fully equipped for that. And so what I've learned is, hey, you know, be a little bit more patient, you know, in understanding my role, not only in Fort Valley State University, but the SIAC as a whole.
All right. Well, look, we're going to have the players come up with Just Ja. It is always a pleasure to talk to.
Yes, sir.
Man of the Blue Phi crew.
You know.
You know. Listen, I was just telling him.
You can know, man.
You can know. You can know. You too can know what it's like.
You too. I was popular in school.
See you there. We go that food. Look, another one right there. Willie Satellite Totten. Another man. See, there you go. We're gonna bring on the players. We're gonna take a break here from Macon, Tubman Museum, here for SIAC Media Day.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. We're here live at SIAC Media Day. I'm here with the Fort Valley State Wildcats, Omarion LaRoche, JT Pendleton, and Cameron Ray. How you guys doing today?
Doing good. We're doing good.
You guys had finished season 4-6 last year. How would you guys rate your season?
Last year was like a stepping stone for us. I feel like it was like a stepping stone. We had some downfall. Last year was last year, basically. We're gonna put that in the past, and we just been working the summer to get better.
Last year? I say last year we was in our games due to talent. We just couldn't finish. If you go back and look at the actual box score, we was up on ranked teams. But yeah, that was last year. That's all I said. That was last year. This year gonna be a whole lot better. Gonna be a whole different turn, a whole different program, and I'm just excited.
Yeah, piggybacking off what they said, last year was just based off last year, and to move on forward, we just got to be more consistent and do what we do.
So what's the mindset going to this season? You guys actually have a pretty good schedule. I think you were picked to finish 8th. Does that affect you guys in any way, or is it just?
It's disrespectful to us to be ranked number 8, and some of these teams ain't beat us in years. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, we don't look at that. We're just gonna play football, put the ball down. We're gonna come and play.
All I can say is we're not finishing 8th. That's real disrespectful. I ain't gonna talk on it too much, but we're not finishing 8th.
What Karen Ray said, we not finishing 8th. That's all I gotta say.
So where do you guys see yourself come November when it's time to see who's in that championship game?
I see us top of the bunch with all the talent that we just brought in, recruits, how we worked this summer, we built chemistry, brotherhood. I feel like we'll be top of the bunch.
I'm gonna say we're gonna shock a lot of people. I'm gonna say we're gonna make a run and we're gonna put Fort Valley back on the map. We didn't ever lose. I don't know what the shift was from last year, this year, according to rankings. We never lost it, but I say we're gonna put Fort Valley back on the map.
Me, I feel like this year gonna be special. I just feel it, and a little special feeling that I ain't never had before. I feel like this gonna be one of them ones.
All right. I'm gonna do one more segment with you guys, and I'm gonna get y'all out of here. I'm gonna do start, bench, cut, and keep for, cut for. All right. So start, bench, cut. Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp.
We keep it Shannon Sharp. We gotta keep Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He from Savannah.
Yeah, we keep it.
Fair enough.
He from Savannah. We keeping Shannon. But Tony, ooh.
Can't disrespect Tony G.
Out of HBCU though, I'm keeping Shannon Sharp in that lineup. I don't know if should I start him bench him, but he's staying. He's not getting cut. I gotta bench Tony.
We might bench Tony.
You benching Tony?
I know that sounds crazy, but
We benching Tony and we cutting Gates.
That's crazy.
All right, I left it over there. I'm gonna do one more start, bench, cut, then I'm gonna get y'all out of here. LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry. All in their primes.
Who's the person who said?
LaDainian Tomlinson. LT,
Derrick Henry, and what was the last one?
Derrick and Adrian Peterson.
You got to start. Here,
I'm AP.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Forget what they talking about. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. You know who I'm starting and cutting. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. That's a hard one, but I love LT, but I'm gonna have to do it though. Cut LT.
That sounds crazy.
I'm not cutting Derrick. You crazy? We're not cutting Derrick. He's crazy.
Derrick Henry.
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. We're benching him.
Bro, he's a guy. He's a guy. He's a guy.
Anybody else in this room 6'3", they not getting tackled. You gotta cut Derrick.
Bump what he talking about, man. You heard it from us live. Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some more coverage. Thank you for watching the SIAC Media Day.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome. We are here at SIAC Media Day. It's a joint venture today. We have Just Jones Sports along with the SIAC Sit-Down, Black College Sports Network, and HBCU Game Day. We can only afford one camera, so there you go. That's why we got it. But we are joined by the head Yellow Jacket, the one and only. What did the P stand for?
It stands for power.
Cedric Pearl, the head coach of Allen University. Coach Pearl, glad to have you here at Media Day, second year at Media Day. Now, You came up. They had you rated kind of in the middle. Now, how do you feel about that preseason ranking, Coach?
I feel okay, actually. You know, it doesn't bother us at all. It's just an opinion. Last year, they had us 9th preseason. We finished 4th. So this year, they got us 6th. One thing I do know, you got to play the game played on the field.
There you go, game played on the field.
That's the main thing. So I don't really worry about get caught up in the preseason poll.
All right, now, Coach, you had a few losses. You lost a couple of players. You lost a all-conference player, conference player of the year.
Yeah.
You lost the all-conference guy. But how did you go about? Did you fill in the gaps, Coach? That's what the world want to know.
Yes, we filled in the gaps. You know, we went out recruiting our coaching staff. We brought in a quarterback that we signed out of junior college, and we signed another couple of running backs. And as always, our theme, we brought in more linemen.
There you go. Hey, you got some big fellas up there on that line.
Now, talk about how or what the summer in this program will be. Now, we talked to you earlier on at the sit-down when we were in Atlanta. But now that you have everything's kind of adjusted in jail, talk about how the program has been and what will be your focus as everyone comes into camp.
Well, our focus is, you know, just like you said, with this new age, with the transfer portal, first thing you got to do is establish that chemistry, get the team in jail, get everybody to understand and know each other. So that's big, and number one, that chemistry. But getting everybody on the same page, you know, like we always talked about Pearl Vision, getting everybody going in the same direction. So that's the main thing that we want to focus on when everybody get it on the 28th.
And when the players or the players that you have kind of implemented, have they bought into what that Pearl Vision is and what you've identified as what you want?
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. These guys, you know, Chance mentioned it earlier. A lot of these guys came in as a freshman with me my first year. We went 2-8, and last year we improved to 6-5. So these guys are understanding, and they're growing with the culture that we established.
And establishing that culture at the end of the season, big victory in that championship game. Talk about just how impactful that game was.
Well, that's always impactful. You always want to win the last game of the season. You know, when I first started coaching, that was the first thing Haney Catches taught me. You always want to win the last game of the season because if you're in the championship or whatever the last game is, you want to win it. And we finished the season out on a good note coming into this year. So just like I told the kids, I don't know when the last time Allen lost a game. So that's what we focused on.
Absolutely. Now, before we bring Ja on, talk about the 3 players that will be talked about coming in.
The 3 young men that we have, our all-conference center, Chance Bush, our all-conference tight end, Michael Bowman, and my other all-conference offensive lineman, Cyrus Kraft. He's a graduate student also.
All right. Well, Coach Pearl, it's always a pleasure talking to you here on the sit-down HBCU Game Day. All the elements here today. It's always a pleasure talking to you. You bring great energy. Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll take a break here from Macon here on SIAC Media Day.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. We are live here at SIAC Media Day. I'm here with the Allen University Yellow Jackets with Michael Bowman, Chance Bush, and Cyrus Kraft. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
How about you? Pretty good, man. I can't complain. First day. I appreciate that. So, you know, last season, Allen finished on a high note, and you actually had Coach Pearl's highest scoring offense of his head coach career. So, how did that come to be?
I'm just gonna be honest and be real and be 100%. Us right here in our starting 5, we really just started in the trenches. Every game, waking up, every single play, getting our heads down to dirt, just knowing that like every single play that we gonna have to dominate our opponents. And as you can see, last year we did that. We had the SIAC Player of the Year, Fabian Dunk as our running back. I mean, no disrespect, he couldn't done it by himself. That you can if you want to watch the game, you can watch our Clark Atlanta game last year. He had how many carries he had? 46 carries in one game, and we dropped 52 points. something like that. But yeah, I feel like the starting five really just the main reason why we got it up there.
So yeah, like how you was saying, like the front five plus tight end, like we call the vision, you know what I'm saying? Like we set the tone, you know what I'm saying? So when we there, we're gonna handle business, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's just that for real.
I feel like it's an honor that we was the best offense Coach Pearl had. I know he's been coached for probably like 30 plus years. You know, led some offenses to conference championship. So it's an honor.
So I want to ask, how's the locker room been? I know you guys lost some very important positions on the offensive side of the ball. So how has it been integrating the new folks into the system?
It's been a challenge. I can't lie. It's like any other team when they have new players coming in, but the new guys that we coming in, they are very responsible, very diligent. They really want to come in and work. We actually got some people on our team that actually wanted to come out, actually wanted to play football, that love the sport, that love the game, and that right by itself, just having that heart, it was a big part for us. Because if you have the heart, you already rocking with us.
Yeah, some people definitely left, you know, but they ain't making no changes. They ain't stopping nothing, you know, because this train gonna keep moving. It's gonna keep flowing, you know what I'm saying? The vision gonna keep doing its thing, you know what I'm saying? That's respectful.
Yeah, it's been a little challenge, but I feel like it's our job up front because we have the most returners position-wise on our team as the O-line. We have the most returners, so I feel like it's our job to bring everybody together and get our chemistry up as a team.
All right. Do one more segment with y'all and I'll get y'all out of here. Start bench cut.
Good.
It's linebackers. I know y'all whole line offense, but linebackers. Ray Lewis. I'm tripping. Whoa.
Reggie
my
Lewis.
Gosh. That's so disrespectful. I'm sorry, Ray. Luke Kuechly.
Okay.
Patrick Willis.
Starring Ray, Reggie Lewis, and who's the last guy? You say what's the last name you said?
Patrick Willis.
Yeah, cut Patrick Willis.
That's a Hall of Famer, right?
I like Ray Lewis and Luke Kuechly over you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna flex. I'm definitely going Ray, Luke, and I'm cutting what's his name?
Patrick Willis. Oh my
Patrick
God.
Willis. Yeah, my fault, Patrick Willis.
No disrespect
at all.
I just know my game. I just know my area.
All right, I'm gonna definitely start Luke Kuechly because I grew up a diehard Panthers fan. I'm a bench Ray Lewis and I'm gonna cut Patrick Willis.
I feel like that's super disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No disrespect at all. No disrespect.
All right, we're gonna do one more start bench cut. This for you because you tight end. Okay, word. Antonio Gates, Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez.
Ooh. I'm gonna start Tony Gonzalez, bench Shannon Sharp, and cut Antonio Gates.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It is.
Say the names again. Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates.
All right, I'm going Shannon Sharp. I'm benching Antonio Gates.
Oh,
I know, bro.
That's crazy.
I know.
Good Tony?
I got to. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see my lineup. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna start Antonio Gates because he was in my era a little bit growing up. Bench Tony Gonzalez because I saw like the little end of his career, and yeah, cut Shannon Sharp.
Oh, some of these lineups I'm not really sure about, man. I know, but cutting Tony G, the all-time tight end receiving leader.
Tony G, cut. I gotta respect it though. Gotta respect it.
All right, we'll be right back. Thank you guys for joining me, man. It's been a pleasure, man. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to watch y'all this season. Seriously,
Thank you.
man. We'll be right back with more coverage here on the Black College Sports Network.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome. We're here on the SIAC Sit-Down, but this week is a combined edition. We have Just Josh Sports with us, Black College Sports Network, along with HBCU Game Day, and we're here at the SIAC Media Day, Football Media Day, and now we have the head Golden Tiger.
You better get it right.
You know, because I said red one time when it was supposed to be crimson. I know they got mad at me on the interview, but they let me know.
Oh, yeah.
They let me know. But we have Aaron James. Aaron James here. We're here live at Media Day. Now, Coach, question we want to ask you now. We saw the rankings come out. Now, last year you were snake bit. Well, you got a lot of people was injured, and the season ain't go the way we thought it would. But this year's high expectations when it comes to this, when they're setting up the preseason rankings. Now, how do you feel when you see those high expectations out there, Coach?
Rankings are rankings. They just numbers. Like I say, it's people voting on what they see, how they expect us to end. So we going into the season just, looking at, like I said, looking through the windshield, not the review. So it's going to be an exciting season.
All right, should be exciting, man. It's always great brand of football down there in Tuskegee. You guys are going to play in some big-time games. How do you get your team up to playing these type of games? You're going to start off, y'all going to play in Mobile. Y'all do the Turkey Day Classic. How do you get these teams just ready to play in these big-time classics that you play every year?
Each game is just a game for us. We're not going to listen to the outside noise, even though, it's a classic. And for me personally, I don't like all the pregame stuff with all the banquets and stuff, to try to get your mind unfocused. But we're going to be locked in and tuned in and ready to go. And like I said, we're going to treat each game as just taking care of who's ever the opponent on their schedule for that week. So it's just one game at a time.
And speaking of opponents, I was at SWAC Media Day representing the SIAC Sit-Down because they played 10 games against the SWAC this year. And talk about actually head coach T.C. Taylor of Jackson State sang your praises. Talk about that relationship and talk about playing an opponent like that, what that does for your ball club.
But T.C. Taylor, that's my guy. We've been friends for a minute. We going into this. It's another football game for us. We know that it's the SWAC, FCS. We get it. But we just gonna go in and compete, and whatever happened at the end, hopefully we will come out of the game healthy, and then going into our conference play. But it's good for both programs, both historic programs. A lot of history between the two, and so it's gonna be a good competition.
How the players feel about it?
But they feel good. Like I say, and like I tell them, it don't matter who you line up against. Let's go ahead and strap up and get this thing rolling.
Now, pick the finish in the upper half of the SIAC this year. What needs to happen for you to be in the number one spot at the end of the year?
We're gonna have to offensively run the ball. We got to run the ball better this season, and we got to get in the end zone. Red zone for us this past season was not good. We didn't get in the box on the ground too much last year, so we got to be able to run the ball.
All right, introduce your players that's coming up with Just Ja. They'll have to come up now. We're going to switch it in a second, but you introduce who you brought.
I got Elijah Hall, all-conference receiver. He's a redshirt sophomore, and I got defensive lineman Ezekiel Moore. He's a senior.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a break here from Macon. We're going to bring up the players next from Tuskegee here at the SIAC Sit-Down in collaboration with everybody else.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. We're here live at SIAC Media Day. I'm joined by the Tuskegee Golden Tigers, EJ Hall, and Ezekiel Moore. I'm so sorry.
No, you fine.
But yeah, so EJ, you established yourself as one of the best playmakers in the conference already. So what do you think went into that?
I say more so my work ethic. I do try to be in and out the facility a lot. I try to work more after hours, and yeah, I try to perfect my craft a lot all the time.
The team finished the season on a high note, and so how are you guys carrying that energy into this season?
We're really trying to come into this season with more of a dominant mindset, keep our foot on the gas pedal, and finish out games. Last year, it was more so of one or the other, where we'll choose to have to be dominant. If we could be dominant for a full 4 quarters, it'd be scary.
The same question.
Oh, what was the question again? I'm sorry.
No, you good. So you guys kind of finished on a high note after defeating Miles and Legion Field. How are you trying to carry that energy on how you finished last season in Michigan?
Really, man, just build off of it, as just being dominant, knowing what our task is, just kind of hey, look, we know that we can win, and we just need to just come together and just be able to put everything together so that we can start from the first game of the season, which is West Alabama. So, yeah. Man.
Actually, I want you guys to speak to that. How does it feel being the team that has 2 nationally televised games? What does that do for you guys?
Well, I think it's very exciting. It can be, it can have pros and cons to it. You can kind of like get out of character, or you can kind of work yourself up and then not play too good or whatnot. But I think it's very exciting for me because it's a dream come true. Being able to play on nationally televised as a game, and it's just pretty cool, man. Just having a dream of wanting to play on ESPN ever since I was little. So I think it's just pretty cool. And I think we should set the tone, first game of the season.
Yeah, I like any game where we coming in as an underdog, playing on that big stage like that. That's the games that we live for real as a child, being on TV like that. You want to come in and put your name out there, make a big play in front of that big crowd in that stadium, man. It feel different.
So how is the locker room going into this season? You guys are actually very high. So you've been picked to finish 3rd in the SIAC. So how does that translate into the locker room? How are you guys feeling right now?
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep that standard high at all times, anyways. But I want to see number 1 on that board. Yeah, they got it listed at 3. That's high, but in the end, the goal is championship. So as us two coming here to represent our team, we got to go back and preach to the locker room like, yeah, we finna try to go take it all.
Yeah, man, just being in the 3rd, as far as in the SIAC racing, I think we just need to get back to a rich tradition of winning. Man. I think Tuskegee been down for a while, but I think it's time for us to bring Tuskegee back on top, and and just play that winning football that Tuskegee and all the fans know. So that's just the biggest thing right now. Like EJ said, go back and preach to the guys and harp on. Hey, look, let's go take it all. Let's be dominant. Let's go take what's ours. Yeah.
All right, we're going to do this last segment, start bench cut. I'm going to start with these 3 receivers. Hans Ward, Andre Johnson. Dang, I forgot about that down. Oh, let me open my notebook. I'm so sorry. I don't know if y'all, Marquise Colston. Oh, this is like mid-2010s, what?
I bet. Restate the name for me.
Hans Ward.
Yeah.
Andre Johnson.
I know Andre Johnson.
I know him.
I know Andre Johnson.
All right. I'll give y'all the other one there. All right. Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm cutting Larry.
Oh my God! Everybody is cutting Larry so far.
I'm cutting Larry, and I'm going Julio to start. Bitch, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna start Julio, bench Larry,
cut Antonio Brown.
You the first one to not cut Larry, and I respect that, man. I respect that heavily. All right, we're gonna do one more because your defensive line. I got you. Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt.
Starting Aaron Donald, benching T.J. Watt.
You cutting Myles?
Cutting Myles.
Starting Aaron Donald, benching Myles, and cutting T.J. Watt.
I
Gotta cut
think
T.J. man.
cutting Myles is
I
crazy.
think Aaron Donald gonna come out of retirement and play with Myles Garrett.
You think? He's been at the facility. I don't know if he's gonna do it. Though. I don't think he's serious. You think they win it all if you do?
It's gonna be a tough defensive front.
Oh yeah. Oh. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Black College Sports Network in collaboration with the SIAC Sit-Down. We'll be right back.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for fan jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome. We are here live at SIAC Media Day. I am Sly Williams, Jamie Walker, and we are joined by the head Golden Bear, the one and only, the young-looking Coach Gould. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing wonderful, guys.
These kids not gonna kill me.
Exactly. Hey, I had to shave something off. I don't want to knock them off.
Well, Coach, we got you here. It's Media Day, second Media Day for you. The rankings came out now, Coach. How do you feel about that preseason ranking that they gave you, Coach?
To be honest, I don't feel anything. You know, my thing is just let's play football. You know, each week, you know, as it goes, it's gonna change anyway. So, you know, and I you know, whenever I look at rankings, man, it does. To me, it doesn't matter.
There you go.
You got to play football no matter what.
You got to play. You got to strap them up and get out there and play. Now, Coach, you're back here. Your first media day. You got a little taste of saw everything. Now, year number 2, coming into year number 2. How do you feel about your team coming into year number 2?
Man, I feel great about them. You know, we went through the spring, had some transfers come in and, you know, look real well. And so we're going to be, like I told you all before, we're going to be a different team, very different team.
Absolutely. You were incredibly young last year. How did you supplement that youth with players you brought in? You've always had an eye for talent just based on your pedigree and what you've done as a player, as a talent evaluator. Talk about how those players coming in have supplemented what you already have.
We did a great job as coaching staff, you know, from recruiting and, you know, getting a little bit more younger guys in that were real good. We got a couple of D1 guys in. That's going to help us a lot. And those boards and slots that we need to fill on the defense and the offense side. And so we got that done.
What position group do you think will take that next leap into where you need them to be to play?
I'm gonna have to say 2 positions. And that's O-line and D-line.
O-line and D-line.
That's where it starts. That's where it starts always. You know, we can block, then we can run the ball and pass. And then on the defense side, if we can rest the quarterback, then we're gonna get some stops and get some interceptions.
Oh, sounds good. Now introduce the players that'll be coming up with Ja.
Chevy Condry, you know, he's one of our D linemen that last year played the first 3 games. Got injured. You know, he was one of the guys I had depended on last year. You know, he's a D lineman. You know, he's always mean mugging. I told him, you know, put a smile on your face sometimes. And then I have James Jones, another kid that he plays safety, and he got injured last year the first 3 games. He's one of our safety as a veteran, so, you know, he kind of controls the defense, to be honest. And, you know, we lost that after the first 3 games. Then I got one of my receivers, which is Glenn Williams, number 10. You know, he's like almost 600-yard receiver. He missed 3 or 4 games, and so, you know, I expect something real big from him this year.
All right. We'll take a break here from Macon SIAC Media Days. We'll talk to the players coming up next for the Golden Bear.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Back to SIAC Media. I'm joined by the Miles College Golden Bears, James Jones, Chevy Condry, and Glenn Williams. How y'all doing today?
Good, we're good, we're good.
Good to see y'all, man. All right, so last year you guys were a pretty young team. What can you say about the maturity throughout the year?
We just towards the end of the year, you started to see we started to put drives together, full games together, and they just got that experience. When you're young, they really just new to the college scene, and if you haven't been in that situation, you just really never know who you are in that situation. So towards the end of the season, mid of the season, we started to find out who we were, and get their footing in it to actually compete and go out there and just play loose. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself and play football. That's what it was.
Same question.
I can't really.
I can't really hear you. What was the question?
I said, what can you say about the maturity of the team throughout?
Okay. Everybody really locked in. Like I can tell the difference from last year and this year. Like everybody really got that same mindset. We want to win. Everybody bought in. Like I can tell that from the difference. Everybody heart into it.
And another thing, just less excuses now, man. It's just we don't hear anymore. My bad. I could have did this. I could have did that. Like we don't hear that no more, man. We just come ready to work, prepared.
How do you guys feel about your ranking to finish right now? I think you guys are in the middle of the pack, about around 7. What's your take on that?
It's just a number. We just ready to go back to school, play football. Mm-hmm. I mean, this Saturday is gonna talk. That's all it did. We ain't worried about it. So.
To be honest, I ain't worried about a number, man. I just want to play football and dominate. That's it.
Oh man, I'm just playing. I just play. Yeah, it's just a number though, man. At the end of the day, Saturday at 1:00, we both gonna get on the field, play the same 100 yards. That's it.
All right, we're gonna do this last segment. I'm gonna do start, bench, cut.
All right, let's do it.
Start with receivers. Larry Fitzgerald.
This collective or like everybody got their own?
Y'all gonna do your own, but for start for Key 4 Cup for collective.
All right, Key 4 Cup.
Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown. All in their primes.
I ain't gonna lie. You want to go first, bro? You the receiver. You're the receiver.
Say Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones, and Antonio Brown. I'm from Alabama, so we're gonna start Julio. We're gonna cut Antonio. We're gonna keep Larry though. Yeah, we're gonna keep Larry.
They don't. That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna keep Larry.
Before Antonio Brown had that little mind problem, he was like that. Larry got Larry.
I don't care what you
Larry was like that his entire career.
Antonio Brown didn't trip out. And it ain't no if he did.
It ain't no if. Yeah, he did. All right, I got some safeties. Sean Taylor. Brian Dawkins. Cam Chancellor.
I'm cutting Cam off the rip. I ain't gonna lie to you. He got it. Yeah, I'm cutting over Sean. I mean, what you talking about? You gonna take Cam over Sean and Brian Dawkins? Boom over Sean Taylor and Brian Dawkins, bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. You tripping? I ain't gonna lie. You not. This ain't your question. Bro. This ain't your question. Brian Dawkins. I'm trying to see. Do I want? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Sean really that guy. That's who I want. Man. That guy. I can't not start Brian Dawkins. So I'm gonna start Brian Dawkins, and I'm a bench Sean. That hurt though. That hurt.
All right, let me get his defensive line, and we'll get y'all out of here. Come on. Myles Garrett.
Start.
Aaron Donald.
Bench.
It's already over. We gonna get out of here.
Y'all don't. Myles Garrett fired.
Over Aaron Donald.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yes.
We'll bring up the next scene.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome. We are here live at SIAC Media Day. I am Sly Williams. That's Jamie Walker, and we're joined by the head coach of Edward Waters University.
Yes.
Edward Waters University. Because Dr. Faison said, "Red, we got to say, you got to make sure we say it." Super fan. There you go. Super fan of the program. But we're here with the head coach, Coach Jenkins. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. Doing real good.
Well, Coach, we're glad to have you here. Now we're looking at Media Day. They give out these preseason rankings, and something strange happened, something we never saw before. Edward Waters was ranked up there pretty high.
Right.
A lot of pressure on you, Coach. How you feel about that?
Oh, we feel good. It's no pressure. I mean, rather if you rank 1 or 5 or 10, you want to have the same end result. So that's how we look at it. But we're very grateful that people have noticed our hard work and our commitment by our president, Dr. Faison, and by our AD, Ashley Connor, and also by our players and my coaching staff. But, you don't win any games in July and through preseason rankings. If that was the case, then they might as well give out the trophy now. But, we're going to look at it, enjoy it today, throw it out the window tomorrow, and just go right back to what we've been doing, and that's concentrating on the preparation process.
All right. Now, we want to actually – we had a nice sit-down interview on HBCU Game Day. You can go and check the archives. We had a sit-down with Coach Brian Jenkins. But let's talk about Media Day for a little bit. Now, yesterday you guys had to do some acts of service. I think they were filling book bags, cleaning up and all of that. How did you guys feel about that? What did you all do yesterday?
Well, we were the ones that cleaned up the community and different things like that, which we do that a lot at Edward Waters. We're required to do community service stuff. So regardless if it's going to the middle schools or elementary schools, reading to the students, or community cleanup, or book bags, or anything that has to do with the community, we're used to that. And our guys know that they have to put service into the community. That's just, to me, that's part of being a man. And that's one of my responsibilities, is teaching our players how to be men. So they enjoyed it, and but it was the norm for us.
Absolutely. When it comes to you, we talked about this last year. This time last year, there was a coaching change. Literally, another coach was being interviewed, and then all of a sudden, you got the job. Now that you have, because you're experienced, you've done this. It's not your first rodeo.
Right.
What did you have to do to implement a full program coming in to this season?
Well, the number one I had to do was build trust amongst the whole team. Because if you remember, I was the offensive coordinator, so the majority of my time was with the offense. And so that's where I had the most trust with the offense. But I had to branch over and build trust with the defense and the special teams as well. So it was just build trust with the whole team, get them to understand my vision and ultimate goal, and then just put together the best package to get there.
What has to happen for you to maintain that number one spot? What has to happen this year?
Well, the number one thing is the number one spot is not the most important thing. The number one thing is for us to maintain, the team that we want to be. And we got to be consistent in our efforts through everything, no matter what. And if we can do that, then the end result will be what we want it to be. Like I tell our guys, coming into camp and training, we want to make sure train behavior becomes instinct. And instinctively, we can operate off our trained behavior. If we can master that, then I think we got a chance to be a good football team and be the team that's number one in the end.
All right. Well, introduce some of those masters that have come with you from Duval.
Well, I got Trayvon French, who's our all-conference linebacker, who's been a steady starter for us and one of the leaders on our defense. And then we got Mr. 1000, JT Thomas, who's a guy who's been with us a long time. He's been with me, the whole time I've been at Edward Waters. So to get a chance to see him finish out his career and I do it as the head coach is a phenomenal thing. We also got our beautiful athletic director, Ashley Connor. And then, of course, Mr. All the Way Live, our president, Dr. Faison.
Who will text you if you say something backwards
or
wrong.
Yes, he will. He will. Now, that'll be the first sign before we swing on you.
Yes,
I would know that.
He is from
But no,
ATS. He is from Grady. We found out. We went to Grady High.
But make no doubt about it. Great guy to work for. That's another thing that's good. I got a great group of administrators where I can be myself. And they hear me when I ask for things, and they're very transparent. We're all on the same working scale as trying to get it done and build the best program that we can build. So I'm excited about the season, and I'm just ready to spot the ball and play football.
There it is. There it is. We'll take a break here from Macon. SIAC Media Day here on BCSN with the SIAC Sit-Down.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for fan jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to the Black College Sports Network. We are here live at SIAC Media Day. I'm here with two all-conference first-teamers, two of the SIAC Players of the Year on offense and defense, John Terrius Thomas and Trayvon French. How you guys doing today?
We're good. How about you?
I'm good, man.
Doing good.
So, obviously, off real, predicted to finish first. How are you guys feeling about that?
It's an honor. Like Coach says, we all 0-0. Nothing's earned in July. So we'll just come toward the season, see how it goes.
Yeah, same as he said, man. I'm thankful, but honestly, just ready to get back with the guys and start back practicing and preparing for the season. Just get ready to play. That's all I'm really focused on.
What can you say is? Do you guys take a compliment to the coaches and ADs selecting you guys as two of the best players in the conference? How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel how's that recognition for you guys?
I mean, it feels good, but at the end of the day, I know it isn't just me. I know I got my teammates. They're the reason why the guy who I am. Especially my O-line, man. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. So if I didn't have 5 guys in front of me, I would have no yards. So I give it all to them. I give all the things to them. So that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a blessing. Like you don't always get a chance to earn Defensive Player of the Year, preseason stuff like that. But like he said, on my teammates make me better every day. My D-line up front, safeties behind me, corners, they make me make plays like I would help them make plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thinking about you guys this season coming up, where do you guys see yourselves coming through this year?
I think we're about to shock everybody. We're gonna make plays. I feel like both sides of the ball, we come back. Decent amount of returners still coming back, so I think we'll make noise in SIAC.
Yeah, that's like what he said, man. I'm really excited to see what it has to bring. Honestly, the guys that we have in, the returners, everything, I'm just excited. And I think we're going to be able to do what we need to do to get the job done.
All right. So how's that integration process been, bringing in all the new guys and getting them adjusted?
It's been very interesting. It's been fun, joke and laugh because you get new guys in, get them to understand the system, getting new personalities. You might have a funnier guy that you ever met in your life, coming in. So it's very interesting, very fun, very exciting. Get to see new faces and new guys that you're going to go on a journey with this season.
Yeah, like you said, we're all here to help. Like our teammates, like new players come in, learn the playbook, prepare. Coach harps on preparing. Make sure we're prepared for every game. Come in with mindset that you know what to do before the play even start.
All right. All right, we're going to get you guys out of here. We're going to do start bench cut.
Okay.
We're going to start with running backs. LaDainian Tomlinson, all in their proms. I'm going to put that out there.
Okay.
Adrian Peterson. Derrick Henry.
That's a good one.
I think I'm gonna start Adrian. I'm a bench LaDainian and cut Derrick.
I think I'm gonna go the same with that one.
Wow, what's the reasoning?
Just first off, both of them would be more effective, I think, in the pass game than Derrick Henry would be. You know, you don't really ever see Derrick Henry go catch a flat route or over the ball route. You know, something.
Real.
I mean, and then I think they're more explosive than Derrick Henry is. They're more bound. It's like a line. Both of them are lining in the bottle at any moment. Derrick Henry is just lining in the bottle. You know, he's a big guy. He's going to come down here and run hard. But those guys' game is just very different. You know, you had realize Adrian Peterson won MVP with one knee.
Yeah,
it ain't too many people that did that. But you know, it's just simple as that.
Another one.
I'm gonna give you the linebackers. Ray Lewis, Luke Kuechly, Patrick Willis.
Oh, I think it's in order like that. Definitely Ray Lewis, number one. Luke Kuechly he stunned a lot of people. He was probably one of the best linebackers I ever watched play. And then last, you said who?
Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut Patrick Willis.
I feel like that's a little disrespectful. Everybody been cutting Patrick Willis. I don't really like that, man.
But for me, I would say, man, you know, the reason Luke Kuechly, I would put Luke Kuechly at 2-2 because the way he knew the game, the way he studied the game. I think talent for talent, he may be better than Luke Kuechly, but Luke Kuechly has the fact that he knows the game. Like, he knows where you're going to be. He knows that if you line up in this, you're going to do this. He's that type of guy. So that's what gives Luke Kuechly the edge over Patrick Willis.
For sure. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more coverage. I think we have Clark Atlanta coming up next. So we'll be right back here on the Black College Sports Network, joined with the SIAC Sit-Down.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome. We are here live on the SIAC Sit-Down in conjunction with Just John Sports, Black College Sports Network, and HBCU Game Day. He is Jamie Walker. I am Sly Williams, and I'm here with the rookie head coach, the one and only Coach Sims. How you doing, Coach?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. We got you here. It's your first SIAC Media Day as the new head coach at Clark Atlanta. Those preseason rankings came out, Coach. Now, how do you feel about where they stuck you at this year in the preseason rankings?
I love it. I love it. And it's just what it says it is. It's a preseason ranking. So we're not going to put a whole lot of stock in that. We've been working, since January to build our football program. So we're not really going to concern ourselves with a ranking, whether it was last or first or somewhere in the middle. It is what it is with that. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to continue to prepare and play each game the way it needs to be played.
All right. Now, Coach, Media Day is not only about recognizing the players, it's about getting out in the community, doing things, service acts in the community. Now, what did your squad do yesterday? How did they do in this Media Day?
We were on the beautiful crew, keeping big beautiful. And we went over to one of the centers, and we had an opportunity to clean the whole inside of the center because they just finished with their summer camps. So we had to clean activity rooms, clean the gyms, clean the bathrooms, you name it, we cleaned it yesterday. And I think, my hat goes off to every university that participated, all the coaches, all the student athletes, because these guys did a great job yesterday, just showing Bibb County, showing Macon that we care about them, and again, service is the rent we pay for living on this earth. So, and that's what we tell our players all the time. Our guys are used to it. We have a program that we'll incorporate in the fall. It's Real Men Read. We'll go, to the elementary schools and middle schools and read. We have food drives that we participate in. And we also go out to, excuse me to say this is what we used to say, the convalescent homes, but the old folks homes. We go out and spend time with the elderly. We actually have a unit that's right on our campus. Okay. It's a high-rise where assisted living high-rise, and we have a number of those folks that come out and watch practice, and we go over and sit with them and hang out sometimes, and do little chores for them. So there's nothing better than service that you can have to show these young men what it's like and what it's supposed to be like being a man.
All right. Well, look, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna ask one question. You say you don't really pay attention to the rankings, the preseason prognostication, and all of that. What has to change for you to be at the top spot of the conference at the end of the year?
I think the only thing that has to change is other people's perception. What we're going to do is handle our business. If we play disciplined, detailed football, we play Panther football, we'll be fine. We put together a good nucleus of guys that stayed with us from the beginning, and we brought in 60 new guys to add to that. So I think we'll have a really, really good football team when we run out on August 2nd when camp starts.
All right, let's talk about the players that you brought in real quick before we make the crossover.
Well, we have the freshman of the year, our quarterback, one of our quarterbacks, Xavier Jackson, a very, very, very calm guy. He approaches the game like a fifth-year senior. Nothing really rattles him, but he doesn't have the big head. He always understands that I can get better. It's something that I need to do to get better. He studies the game. He plays the game the right way. Jaden Cleveland, one of our defensive linemen, this guy, we were short on D linemen this spring. He took every rep in practice at D-line. He plays D-tackle, but some days he tried to line up at end to give guys a break. He's just that type of guy. He's a team guy. He's a team leader. Just excited to coach these two young men, and I'm excited to watch them play in our football game against Gremlin on the 29th.
Well, let me tell you something. Jackson is tough as well. I called that game last year against Benedict, and listen, him to be able to get up and continue playing was a thing of beauty. So tough guy. So we're going to make the switch over. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Coach Sims. And
I got to sign off the way I've been signing.
Uh-oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't do me like that.
No, I ain't going to do you like that.
Anywhere near a TV or a computer where you can stream it, or if you're in Atlanta, come and see us live. Watch the Panthers play. You'll have an exciting brand of football to watch. Go Panthers.
You heard me at first. He done cut a wrestling promo out here. So John's about to come up. Hey, we're going to take a break here from SIAC Media Day here on the Black College Sports Network.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. My name is Jason Hobbs. I'm here with the Clark Atlanta Panthers, Xavier Jackson and Jaden Cleveland. All right, cool. First of all, how you guys doing today?
Feeling great. I'm excited to be here.
I'm doing good as well. How are you?
I'm good, man. So I wanted to first ask you, Xavier, you kind of got thrusted into the fire last year. Not kind of, absolutely got thrusted into the fire last year. So how do you think that situation grew you as a player?
I think that situation just molded me. Like, it was a good experience to have, but like, I wouldn't have it no other way, honestly. Like, the same thing happened to me like in high school. The starter went down, I had to go in and I had to fill his shoes in. So I feel like it's just a testament to who I am as a player.
And Jaden, you guys are coming. I mean, this is for both of you guys. So you guys are coming into a new system, new coaching staff. So how's that adjustment been, and how do you think it's helped your defense on that?
I feel like the adjustment's been smooth. It's been natural. Guys trust Coach Sims and our entire coaching staff. They're gonna push us. They're great coaches, and I feel like we're gonna stay composed under pressure. We're gonna win games. We're gonna ball.
Like he said, we've been disciplined. I feel like with Coach Sims, it's been a new chapter in Clark Atlanta. It's definitely a new chapter in Clark Atlanta because we're gonna run the ball, we're gonna throw the ball, we're gonna defend the ball, we're gonna do all that. So I just feel like Coach Sims is a great person and a great disciplined coach.
So how are you guys feeling about where they guys have you seated in the standings?
I mean, it is what it is. Like, you can't control that. That's what the media thinks. That's what the coaches think. But I think it grew a fire in us as a Clark Atlanta team. Definitely in me. Just seeing those rankings on the screen down there, like, it definitely. I'm ready to play right now, and I know our team is because we were talking about it as it happened. So I just feel like, it is what it is. We can't control it, but we can control what we do on the field.
And when I saw those rankings, I mean, I wasn't surprised based on our season last year, but I love that people doubting us. Love that people think they can just come in and we're going to lay down because we're going to show them something. We know in no shape or form we underdogs, and we just going – let's see what happens. Watch out for Clark this season.
So what last question, then I'll move on. What is the difference for you guys between this year and last year?
I feel like last year it was just – we were going through a lot. Like, we had a lot of injuries. A lot of people went down. A lot of people had replaced different people's shoes. So I think this year we're getting a more disciplined team, a team that is molded together and that has been through adversity together. So this adversity has definitely helped us and molded us and shaped us because a lot of the players that were playing last year were like me. We were 18-year-old freshmen coming in, playing college football. So I think it definitely grew us as a team.
I think the difference between this year and last year is consistency, and every day Coach Sims has hampered on us about consistency. So this season we're just going to continue to work within that consistency.
All right. So I'm going to do start, bench, cut, then keep for, cut for.
Yes.
Start, bench, cut. This one's for you specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Simmons, Dexter Lawrence. Oh my gosh, I forgot him already. Aaron Donald.
Oh, that's easy for me. I'm starting Aaron Donald. I'm benching Jeffrey Simmons, and I'm cutting Dexter Lawrence.
Isn't Dexter Lawrence the highest paid D tackle?
You don't think he deserves? No. I'm never gonna say a player don't deserve his money, but when you look at the different play styles of D tackles, Aaron Donald and Jeffrey Simmons, they stuff the run and they pass us at a high level. I know Dexter Lawrence last season, the previous season before that had like a 9-sack season and stuff. He went crazy, but this year he came back with like a half a sack. So like, until he have that breakout season again, you gotta put the other guys ahead of him first.
All right, we're gonna do another start bench cut. This is running backs, all in their prime.
Okay.
LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry.
I'm starting LT. I'm benching Derrick. I'm benching Henry. And then who's the last person?
Adrian Peterson. What?
I'm cutting Adrian Peterson. No disrespect to Adrian Peterson. Wait. Let me say something. Let me put something on the record. I'm a Minnesota Viking. I was a Minnesota Vikings fan. So like Adrian Peterson is near and dear to my heart. But it's just Derrick Henry, LT. I don't know. Some about him, man.
Hey, I'm starting Adrian Peterson. I'm benching Derrick Henry, and I'm cutting LT.
You're the first person to cut Adrian Peterson today.
That's fine. I like to be different.
Fair enough. All right, we're going to get you guys out of here. Thank you for sitting down chatting with me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Black College Sports Desk.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome. We are here live on the SIAC Sit-Down in collaboration with Just Josh Sports. We have, well, first of all, I'm Sly Williams.
You are.
That's Jamie Walker. We have the head Golden Ram, the one and only Coach Bowser. Coach Bowser, how are you doing here at your first SIAC Media Day?
Man, this thing's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's first class. The whole morning has been awesome. And then to trickle into where the players and the coaches, we get interviewed by so many different stations and groups and podcasts. It's unbelievable. It's going to be a great experience. Those guys will never forget. I'm overwhelmed.
I tell you, you made that step up now. Yes, I know the CI, that was the cupcakes in the cup. Oh, I'm stepping on toes now, again. Yeah. I'm stepping on toes. My bad. Every time. Somebody got to cross the line. Somebody got to be a habitual line step.
And that's you.
Well, Coach, what we see, you're here at your first media day, and your first head coaching job in the SIAC. But one thing I noticed about you in the spring, Coach, you active.
Yes, sir.
You active, Coach. You're sending out tweets. You're sending out texts. You're sending out everything that your program got going on, and you got these satellite camps all around the South. And I'm like, man, Coach, you working hard.
Well, the biggest thing is when you got a program that's had the success Albany's had, the big push is to expand the brand. Because you know what your already expectation is to win championships, go deep in the playoffs. So what's next? To make your recruiting base larger. How do you make your recruiting base larger? You got to push the program out there. We're always going to stay home in South Georgia first, but we still want to be able to expand because you never know when there's a transfer or a young man who may catch us one night and say, hey, I want to find a new home, and one of their buddies say, hey, I went to that satellite camp at Albany State. I love that program. Or when people see the facilities and the young men that we have in the program, they'll be curious about it. So that's what we want to do. We want to expand the brand of Albany State University.
I tell you, I'm going to change your name from Bowser to Coach James Brown. You're the hardest working man in football, Coach. I'm telling you. Now, Coach, Media Day not only puts a highlight on the players, it also puts your players out there and let them commit acts of service in the community. Can you explain a little bit about what your kids did yesterday?
So yesterday we did the book bags over at the Boys and Girls Club, and that was outstanding. And then I think the other opportunity was when we went over to Atrium Health to the Children's Hospital. That was outstanding as well because they had an opportunity to connect with doing something for families who may not ever have a child that's going to be able to play a sport because of their health issues and things like that. And so we become the light that they need, and that was exciting.
Absolutely. Now, we interviewed, and that interview will come out soon on the SIAC Sit-Down. But when you've come to this conference and your experience and all those positions that you have been in with other squads, you are, and you labeled yourself more of a CEO type.
Yes, sir.
Talk about what that is and how you want to implement it to Albany State.
So biggest thing with Albany State and going with the CEO structure is that as we talked about growing the brand, getting it out there more, you don't want to deprive the kids of what they need to be coached up with football. So what we did was we went out and got an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. You tend to be sometimes the coach, whatever position they coach. I was a defensive minded guy. They want to lean to that. And then the exposure that you're trying to get, the national attention that you want for your program gets lost in that. So what I want to be able to do is make sure that everything as far as the brand of Albany State University football gets out there, because there's a lot of kids, especially in our program right now with this senior class, they need the opportunity that, hey, we get several guys in that Legacy Bowl, that we get several guys possibly invited to some form of an HBCU combine, if not the combine. So in order to do that, there's responsibilities during the week as a head coach. I have to be with my sports information people that we're making sure the stories are being told of these young people. If you focus mainly on the prep and all that other stuff, some of the things that those kids deserve gets lost in the shuffle. So my biggest thing with what bringing to Albany State right now is to make sure the proper exposure gets out there for these young men.
Absolutely. Last question. You picked to finish fourth. That gives me an indication that you may not necessarily be pleased with that picking, but what needs to happen for you to be a number one spot?
I think that the 9 seniors that we have that are returners, and then the nucleus of the transfers that we have coming in with college game experience help bring those 45 to 50 young players along. I think what a lot of people looked at was that they knew we only had 42 guys back from that team last year, and we only had 1 starter on offense back and 2 starters on defense. But the same thing I tell everybody, and I say it again, we got some great young talent. So it's not a matter of there's a drop off in the talent. It's just that some of these guys don't have a lot of game experience. So the is more of, with the success that was had last year, with the 3 young men who y'all are going to get to see the day that came here, and plus knowing that we have some good young talent, I definitely thought we would have been a little bit higher.
Right.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay,
Yes,
there
sir.
it is. There it is. We're going to bring those 3 young men along and take a quick break here from Macon, here at SIAC Media Day, the SIAC Sit-Down.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. We're here live at SIAC Media Day. I'm here with the Albany State Golden Rams, Derek Weeks, Derek Drayton, and Cameron Watts. How you guys doing today?
We're doing good. Doing good. Glad to be here.
Good to see y'all, man. So I want to start off with saying I'm a little biased. I grew up an Albany State fan. I was at homecomings pretty much every year. I'm not gonna lie. So seeing y'all drop the 4 was a little bit surprising. How are you guys taking that?
One more time, you can say it.
I said seeing you guys drop the 4 was a little bit surprising. How are you guys responding to that?
I ain't gonna lie. I would say predictions. Like I said, predictions are really meant to be broken. Like it's just a opinion. It's opinion based. So I feel like all we gotta do is just put in the work ourselves, and we gonna get it done.
Same question for you guys.
I feel that way too. Like we just got to go through the season and see how things play out. And take it 1 week at a time. We'll find out that way.
Like I said, it just opinions. We believe in statistics and stats at the end of the season. That's really what matters postseason.
Okay. So as 3 of the guys coming back this year, how are you guys taking more of a leadership approach with some of the new guys coming in?
It's not just us. It's all the upperclassmen. We're coming more and more of a player-led team each and every day. So it's just us getting new guys and the underclassmen to get on boat and believe in the standard.
It's really trying to transition them to see things from our way, Golden Ram way. It's hard to be around.
I would say gelling with our young guys, showing them the right way and the right path, that basically like what Derek just said, just the standard being the standard, it's no fall off at all. So just gelling on and off the field and keeping them on the right path, we're gonna get it done.
So what do you think is the biggest step to maintaining this culture of the Dirty Blue defense?
Like the standard is the standard. Ain't no changing it. So the Dirty Blue was way before our time. So just trying to uphold that standard and keep it going.
We really got to maintain our aggressiveness. Last year, everyone did they 111. We fired off the ball and we held each other accountable in every way and form.
Just staying aggressive and being relentless. Like you said, it was a tradition before us, and it's up to us to follow tradition and keep it going.
So we're gonna get y'all out of here. We're gonna do start, bench, cut.
Let's do it.
Start with defensive line. Myles Garrett, all in their prime. TJ Watt. I can't do Aaron Donald. That's too obvious.
I mean, he coming back, though.
He's not coming back. I think he's done.
I think he's coming back.
I don't know if y'all know him. I can't do it. John Abraham.
I'm biased.
I'm about to say
I'm biased. I'm telling you right now.
Time, I feel like. I'm gonna say Myles Garrett got to start. I'm gonna bench TJ, and then I'm gonna cut. What you said?
Don't even worry about it. I can't stand it, man.
I'm with him. Myles got to be first. He did some amazing things last season. TJ second. I don't even know who third though.
It's kind of funny because that's my same order.
I'll let y'all have that. That was a bad third. I'm not even gonna lie. That was a bad third. All right, let me see. I'm gonna do running backs real quick too.
Okay.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Ooh.
Adrian Peterson. Derrick Henry.
LT. Oh, in that order, yeah. Straight. Derrick Henry last. I don't care.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go Adrian Peterson. Gotta start him. LT bench, and we cutting Derrick Henry. I ain't gonna lie. For real? We cutting Derrick Henry. Look, I'm a Ravens fan too. We gotta cut Derrick Henry. We gotta cut him.
Okay, let me get the names one more time. I'm just trying to not mess that up.
LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, and Derrick Henry.
I go Adrian Thomas, Derrick Henry. I'm cutting up.
LT.
Yes. Oh, he cut LT.
Right, we gonna do one more, then I get y'all out of here. These wide receivers. Oh, yeah, I go now. All right, don't worry. Well, thank you guys for joining me today, man. It's been a pleasure, man. I can't wait to watch y'all this season. Actually, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Black College Sports Network.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V108 The Vibe radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings.
Welcome to the SIAC Sit-Down. I'm Sly Williams, and I'm joined by the one and only Jamie Walker as we get ready to kind of end up Media Day, SIAC Media Day. We have the newest head Tiger in charge, the one and only Coach Thomas Howard. Coach, how you doing today?
Man, I'm excellent, man. Great day to be here, getting to see all the SIAC schools and getting back in my conference. So, you know what I mean? I'm overly excited and got a good group of guys that I brought up here with me. Shoot, they got to deal with us at some point. That's right.
All right, now, Coach, it's doing Media Day. They often get they give predictions for the year. Atlanta State wasn't ranked too high, Coach. Now, how you feel about that preseason ranking?
I actually thought it was going to be worse.
Ooh.
I said, you got a first-year head coach taking over a program with a whole lot of seniors that graduated. And so the fact that they gave us a little bit of props is still down at the bottom of it. But, you know, that is the preseason prediction. So it don't mean nothing until you get to the end of the year. So I say it is going to be motivation for our guys, but shit, we knew we had to work anyway. We got a tough schedule, so we got to be ready to go.
The toughest schedule. I looked at y'all's schedule. It is rough, Coach. It's rough. Well, speaking of rough and working out there, now with Media Day, not only do the players get to come and we talk a little bit to the players about their upcoming predictions and how they feel about the season, Media Day also acts as a day of service. Now, can you explain or talk about what did your kids do? What did your Tigers do yesterday as a day of service?
Okay, so we actually went to a community center here in Macon. We got a chance to go and help clean up that community center. They had a summer program where there were over 200 kids they said that they had that were in the facility. And so it's probably about 4 or 5 people that work in that facility. So our guy, we got to go in, myself as well as my 2 guys, and we went in and we cleaned up one of their like rec rooms. They had like arcades and they had things like that. We had to put some work in now to get it clean, but did a good job and they were overly grateful. Shoot, actually, I'm trying to get some of those kids to come down to Savannah to see a game.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it was some good stuff, good connection, and good to be out in the community.
All right. You were one of our first sit downs of the year, and a lot of what you said went viral. Just the energy that you have for your program and what you want to implement. Now that you've had some time to kind of see what the community, because you were back and forth from towns, this, that, and third. You were running, and you still been running. Talk about what has happened since you kind of settled down in Savannah.
I think it slowed down a little bit, but it's still so much to be done. And I think now as we prepare coming in for camp and getting ready for the season to start, it's all of those things, making all the orders, making sure all the guys got their physicals, making sure we got all the paperwork right. So now when we come in, we can get off and get rolling. You know, like I said, we're going to be a young, new team. So I'm going to have a lot of new faces. So I got a lot of work to do once they get here to get them coached up and make sure they know what to do. Now it's the football time. You know, we were doing all the administrative stuff at that time, trying to get things in order, now getting to the fun. So we got to coach them up, and I think the kids have worked hard, and we're going to work them even harder when they get in because we got to get caught up.
Absolutely. I'm gonna keep this last question tight. You said you were picked at the back half, and you were preseason poll. What needs to happen for you to ascend up in the ranks when it comes to the SIAC?
Consistency. We got to be consistent each and every week. Again, it goes back to my principles. We got to stop the run. We got to protect the football. We got to win the kicking game. And that's what we have to do each and every week. In this conference, if you can't do that stuff, you're going to have a long day. And so I think those are the things that we got to make sure that we do each and every week. Those are the things we got to harp on as coaches and keep it simple for our guys so they can just go out and execute. And now they can have fun and play. And I think that's the biggest thing we have to do.
All right, before we wrap this thing up with Coach Howard, we want to let everybody know out there at HBCU Game Day, every Wednesday, we will have the Coach Thomas Howard Show on HBCU Game Day. I'll sit down with Coach Howard. We'll talk about last week's game. We'll talk about the next week's game, and we'll rap a little bit and learn a little bit about the Savannah State football program. So be sure to check us out every Wednesday on D2 Wednesdays on HBCU Game Day. You'll have the Coach Thomas Howard Show. Come on. All right, now, Coach, tell us about some of the guys. Who are the 3 guys or 2 guys that you brought with you here today?
Yeah, so I have one of my receivers, Sincere Clark. He will be a redshirt senior this year, one of the leaders on the offense, and that's what we're expecting from him. Older guy that has been around, originally from Durham, North Carolina, and so comes in, has been around, but has been in this program and was very, very consistent last year. So I'm excited to have him back in his leadership with the young group that I'm going to have with the receivers. On the defensive side of the ball, I got one of my defensive backs. He actually is a graduate student, just graduated and will be a graduate student this year. And that is Mr. Amari Napa, played corner for us last year. And so I'm going to move him around a little bit in the secondary. He's going to be out there. He's our most experienced guy. So I'm excited to have 2 guys that are going to give us and have to be leaders for us this year on a very, very young new team.
All right. Well, we'll come back right after this commercial break, and you'll sit down and talk to some of these young Savannah State University Tigers.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
Welcome back to Macon, Georgia. We are here live at SIAC Media Day. I'm here with Savannah State Tigers and Maury Napper and Sincere Clark. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
So first, I want to ask y'all about last year. Sincere, you kind of established yourself as one of the best returning receivers in the conference after the year you put up last year. So what can you say goes into your work ethic, and what's your testament and goals for this next year?
My goals is just to be more consistent. You know, this off season I've been working very hard. I haven't been wearing no gloves. I've put on a lot of weight too. I put on about 10 pounds so I can get up to that level. You know, I played at 185 last year, but I'm now 195, and I just being big on just being more consistent and just working harder so I can help my team.
And Amari, you guys had your best scoring defense since the 2021 season. So what are you instilling into some of these new guys to try to maintain that consistency?
The big things is the details, the small things. Because if you start with the small things, the bigger things will come easier, and we'll be more aware of it. And we was a takeaway team last season, and I'm trying to maintain that. You know, we call ourselves the money team, and we also call ourselves, you know, take money. So we just trying to instill more turnovers, see the ball, get the ball.
Mm-hmm. So how's the transition been? You guys have a new coaching staff. You're bringing in a lot of new guys as well. So what's been what's that process been like for you guys?
Brotherhood. Biggest thing we're focused on is winning. Coach Howard put that in our mind that every time we stretch, every time we run, before we run out, we say win. When we stretch and we clap, we say win. So that's the biggest thing that we're doing as a team, is just making sure everybody say win as a group, because it's no I in the team, you know what I'm saying? So as us saying win as a team, I feel like that's the biggest thing, that small things, small details matters the most. So if we saying win every rep, every time as hard as we can, I feel like that can play a big part on when the big time comes, and discipline and all that stuff is key.
Same question. Yeah, just to piggyback off what Sincere said, I believe that too. When we say win, we talk about just winning everything in life, not even just football, just in the classroom, how you carry yourself and things of that nature, just every aspect in life, from college all the way until you have your own kids. He's been trying to instill that into us.
Would you say that the energy and the vibe in the locker room is different this year?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I feel like the energy and the vibe is way higher, and it's more focused. We're more locked in. We're more focused. We're more accountable of our actions and accountable of our teammates' actions, and been just holding everybody accountable to our standard, and that's winning.
Yeah, same with what my dog Napa said. Yeah, we just been like, the difference between last year and this year is that everybody is holding each other accountable. Last year it was more on just arguing with each other. This year is more on just like, let's come together. We want to win, right? So we got to do what we got to do to pick it up. Like sometimes that run, if I'm slacking, I got some dudes who will tell me, hey, Sin, run harder. I ain't got no problem with that, because I'm trying to be better. And this is my last year in football. I ain't gonna be able to play college football no more. So the biggest thing is just keeping everybody on the same page. Everybody on the same page, you shouldn't have no problems.
All right. So going to do this start bench cut.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with you because you're DB.
Okay.
All in their primes.
All right.
Darrell Revis, Richard Sherman, Pat Pete.
I'm gonna just say this: my favorite team is the Seattle Seahawks, but I'm gonna start Darrell Revis. I'm a bench Patrick Peterson. I'm gonna cut Richard Sherman. I might have to do that because Darrell Revis in his prime that's a crazy man.
Well, why Pat Pete over Richard Sherman?
Because I'm gonna be real, Richard Sherman was slow. He just played receiver, so he knew and was able to adapt. And he made plays on the football for sure. But Patrick Peterson was a different animal. He was fast. He was big. He could move around every position on the field if he wanted to. So I'll say that.
All right, receivers. Oh, you want to answer that one too? Because you look like you disagree. You sound like you disagree.
I'm good.
All right.
Good with that.
Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm sorry. I'm starting my dog Julio. That's my favorite wide receiver. Got the bench. Who's other? I know Larry Fitzgerald. Who's the other one?
Antonio Brown.
That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good one.
I know people probably gonna get me for this one. I got the bench AB. I got the bench Antonio Brown. I got to cut Larry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Most people have cut Larry today. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. But You know,
The only reason I'm cutting Larry is because Julio, he does it all.
Yeah.
First of all, he can go get the ball, attack the ball, and he can catch a slant and take it for 80 yards. AB, same with AB. He's just an animal. You put him on punt return, kick return, and all that stuff. Larry Fitzgerald, he's just one of those. He's a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like he can get yak. I ain't gonna say like he not. I just don't think he not with Julio, in my opinion. Julio different breed. Julio, what, 6'4", 6'5", running 40, 4'4", 4'3", 40. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta take AB and Julio.
All right. This is my last one. Is running backs. With Damian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, and Derrick Henry.
No, I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of easy for me.
I'm a Jacksonville, Florida native, so you know, Derrick Henry's like big with us, but I gotta go Adrian Peterson because I grew up watching Adrian Peterson. I gotta start him, and I gotta bench Damian Thompson because he was a one of a kind, and I gotta cut Derrick here. I'm sorry, but that's what it got to be. Those two amazing players, great players, and just elusive and can help out in anything, receiving, running. Like them boys helped out in a big way.
Oh, I ain't even got to answer. That's the same for me. That's the same for me.
All right, well, I'm gonna get y'all guys out of here, man. Thanks for sitting down with me, man.
Thank you for having me.
Can't wait to watch y'all this season, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back and wrap it up. We're here live at SIAC Media Day on the Black College Sports Network.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
All right, we are back. We are back trying to close things out here on SIAC Media Day. I'm Sly Williams. That's Jamie Walker, and that is Joshon. Just Josh Sports. Now, great day at Media Day, fellas. We got to see a lot of these teams. We got to see a lot of the players. Any takeaways? What did you take away, Jamie?
Just the enthusiasm of the middle of the pack. You can kind of assume where people are going to place, whether, they're at the bottom or they're at the top. But right there, I think you got about 7 teams that could change position and jockey for position. So I think the parity within the league is what you're seeing the most.
What about you, John? Any takeaways you had?
I like, just piggyback off Jamie, I like everybody's excitement. Everybody's very optimistic, I'll say that. Especially talking to these last couple of guys, and they're talking about how the change in energy between this year and last year and how their preparation is different. I think I'm really impressed with some of these guys, and I'm really excited about how the season's going to play out.
I think so too, man. I'm excited about how the season's going to play out. And Jamie, like you said, that middle of the pack is crowded. So when it comes to making those predictions on who do we think is going to win, who do we think is going to place, it's a lot of variables. It's a lot of variables. But one thing what we noticed from last year we got 3 teams into the playoffs. And now with the Gulf South no longer existing as football-wise, they don't have the automatic bid anymore. It's possible we can still get those 3 teams in and maybe even a 4th with that last game scenario.
Absolutely. And I think the middle of the pack is going to determine who wins the conference. Because at the end of the day, if they all beat up each other, hey, it's going to come down to the last week. And that's what that brain trust of taking out the Eastern and Western Division contest came down to. It's been great for the last couple of years. We'll see if that'll continue.
All right. Now, me and Jamie, now, John, I know you. Tell you how me and Jamie work. We don't want to give a prediction, not yet. We do in the media call a tease. We tease our prediction. We're going to do our prediction on the SIAC Sit-Down, our preseason show, which will be 1 week before the start of the season. It'll be released on August 27th. August 27th, we'll release our preseason show. and we will have predictions, our predicted order of finish. Now, I don't know what about you, John. You gonna wait for your predictions, or you got a predictive order of finish right now?
Honestly, I was hoping that I would be able to see some rosters today. That was my main thing, because that determines a lot. If we're being very frank.
If you don't have it, you don't have it.
I will say, I still do believe that we'll have a new conference champion, like a team that has never won before. I still think we're gonna have a completely new conference champion.
Okay, big words from you right there. We heard it here first. Well, I tell you what, man, we've had a blast here at our SIAC Media Days. We'd like to thank the hosts here at the Tubman Museum. We'd like to thank all the officers, Dr. Holloman from the SIAC and everybody else in charge of the SIAC for everything they've done. Alexandria, Danielle, Ruben, all the guys in the SIAC offices. We'd like to thank Ja for joining us or us joining him. I don't know how you want. We might have joined Ja today on the SIAC Sit-Down. We want to thank Roy from Black College Sports Network for putting everything on for us. We appreciate you, Roy, from Black College Sports Network and Jericho Network. We appreciate that. Jamie, anything before we get out of here, man?
Man, I'm just looking forward to the season. I'm ready for it to start now. This is kind of the gateway for all of that to happen. I'm just ready to, spot the ball, let's play.
There you go. You heard it here. I'm Sly Williams. He's Jamie Walker. That's Jashawn Hobbs. We're here on the SIAC Sit-Down. We'll see you next week.
Football fans, HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.